Hey there, friends and enemies. Jopey here again. And this past weekend was Lorwyn Eclipse pre-release, and it led to some major problems for Wizards of the Coast, as nearly the entirety of the rares and mythics from the upcoming Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle set were spoiled. And this is because in the pre-release kits, as the bonus cards, there were a ton of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle cards. It was actually crazy. They're posted everywhere. I don't want to go too deep into the spoiler territory of all the different cards. I want to kind of talk about some that I'm pretty excited about. And I don't feel bad about talking about these because these aren't internal leaks. These aren't things that Wizards didn't do to themselves, right? They are the ones that put these cards in those pre-release boxes, whether it's on accident or not. And now we get to talk about them because I think everybody is going to. And this is going to, unfortunately, really hamper the marketing of that Ninja Turtle set. Now, it could lead to some excitement ultimately because people are now seeing these cards in the wild, and some of them might be very, very good. Now, Wizards had said that they want people who get these cards to swap them out from your local game store for a rare or mythic from the Lorwyn Eclipse set, but that's obviously not happening. Everybody is jumping in, grabbing these cards if at all possible, and I would imagine it would lead to a lot of these pre-release boxes being sold out wherever you would try to purchase them. And I've actually seen that myself where I've tried to go snag some and they're just unavailable because everyone's looking for these cards, which is kind of insane. I actually opened a box myself the day that pre-release started because I wanted to play in the pre-release event, but my wife wasn't feeling well, so we decided to get a box and bring it home instead. And I just got a Lorwyn Eclipse card. I did not get a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles card. Anyway, just a quick look at some of these cards. I find it really fascinating that they've included a lot of these mutants and villains that I'm really excited about outside of just like Shredder. So we've got Slash here. We also have Alliance as a keyword, so whenever another creature you control enters, it deals Slash deals 2 damage to each opponent. That's pretty nice and could be pretty useful. And then again, mutants are going to be something that we'll see probably a lot of in this set, and I think that's pretty cool. Armagon, the future shark, who is actually, this looks actually sick. We've got Toka and Razar, the Terrible Twos, which is, if you've seen the movies back in the day, watching them grow up from the ooze is actually kind of wild. But this is very, very fitting. And then we've got Leatherhead, the Swamp Stalker, who is just a crocodile, which is kind of, again, kind of insane. But yeah, there was so much spoiled that it's just so hard to overlook that. Now, we've seen it. Lorwyn Eclipsed, I think, was a very good pre-release, and it is kind of a shame that it's been overshadowed by all these different cards. Raph and Mikey, Troublemakers, looks pretty good. Michelangelo, we've seen. Chrome Dome, this is a robot version of Shredder, so yeah, I think it's a bummer. I'm going to talk more and make another video going over Lorwyn Eclipse pre-release because I think it was pretty good overall from what I've seen, just paying attention to like videos and like I'll even though I wasn't able to play myself, I kind of peeked at a couple games and just ripping the packs with my wife as we kind of went back and forth to make our own decks at home. I did feel like this is a set that's set up well for pre-release events and draft format, which after Spider-Man and then Avatar to a lesser extent, I think is a nice shift in a good direction overall. And we'll have to see. We'll have to see how this works. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm very curious to see how this all goes down. Cool but rude. There's just so many of these cards that were revealed, and I hope that this set actually does well. I know a lot of people are not going to be super hyped about the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cards just because of it being a Universes Beyond set, and that's understandable to a degree. But I do feel like there's a lot to be excited about from what we've seen so far. For me personally, as somebody who grew up with Ninja Turtles, who is a fan of that franchise, who really enjoys Universes Beyond as a separate thing in my Magic. I know not everyone can get away from it, but for me, I can have my Lorwyn Eclipse style decks that I'm building right now, and then I have my Final Fantasy decks. And when we're kind of looking to interchange with them, playing with the crew that I play with, we can kind of mix and match and keep things separate just by having that conversation and be like, okay, do we want to have Universes Beyond included tonight or not? Maybe we do a draft format that's just packs that don't include Universes Beyond. Stuff like that that I think is a lot more interesting when you understand that Universes Beyond are not going anywhere. We're going to see it around for the foreseeable future. And at least if you kind of can take a step back and try to find a crew who wants to play Magic the way you want to play, it makes life a lot easier. Now, that's outside of the realm for competitive players. But anyway, that's my ramble for the day. I do think this is unfortunate for Wizards, but again, this is kind of their own fault, so it's hard to be too too upset for them, if that makes sense. I just hope that once we break down all the cards and once we get the full reveals, we get a full understanding of if the set is going to be enjoyable or not. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Like the video as always, comment, subscribe, have a good one, and I'll catch you all later.